Now, Wave 31 Storm Tracker Chief Meteorologist Jeff Castle with 31 Triple Doppler.
Well, Jeff, you have been talking about those 31 alert days for Saturday and Sunday, and I love the way you described it. A mess.
It is just going to be a mess the way it looks right now. We're leaning more towards an ice impact versus a snow impact, although snow is not completely off the table. But just want to stress, if we do get some significant ice accumulations, that can be serious in terms of not just travel, but bringing tree limbs down, power outages, all that sort of thing. So I just want you to have that kind of on your mind that that's potentially where we could be headed. Lot to digest. We're still a few days out, so check back with us. But suffice to say, I'm not seeing any indication that this is going to just turn into a cold rain. I still won't say that's impossible and won't happen, but just not seeing anything that leads me in that direction. So we do have the 31 alert days for this weekend with, again, snow and ice accumulations looking probable. Timing of all this could be coming in as early as Friday night. There's a little wiggle room here, but Friday night probably the earliest, and then lasting Saturday, lasting into Sunday as well. All of North Alabama, southern Middle Tennessee are going to experience some impacts out of this. This is a look at the hazardous precipitation forecast for the weekend. And you do see this is going to be a tale of two types of frozen precip. This is going to be a winter storm that on the northern edge, where the cold air is deeper, it's going to be all snow. The southern edge, where the cold air is more shallow, that's going to be a setup for picking up sleet and freezing rain. How do we get the difference out of these? Well, let's kind of talk about it. All has to do with the depth of cold air near the ground. Sometimes these very cold air masses, like the one coming in this weekend, very shallow at the leading edge. So that's why we're concerned about more of an ice impact. There's going to be a nose of warm air that is going to overlie the colder air at the surface. When you get a thin layer of cold air, that precip falls. It'll be snow coming out of the clouds, melts, and then freezes as soon as it hits something below freezing on the ground. If that cold layer is a little bit thicker, the melted precip has a chance to freeze. That's when you get sleet. Those are those little ice pellets. You can hear that little tick when they hit the windshield or whatever else they're striking. And if the depth of the cold air extends all the way to the base of the cloud, well, then you've got all snowfall. But again, the setup that we are looking at here in North Alabama appears that we're going to have this warm nose of air, temperatures just above freezing, that are going to cause some problems there with the icing. And how much ice, that really determines the impacts. Low end, you get a tenth, that's a glaze, maybe a few slick spots. Power outages unlikely, but we're kind of trending here towards heavy precipitation. Half an inch of ice or perhaps more is a possibility, and that would lead to impassable roads and the potential for some significant power outages as well. We're still fine-tuning the details. We're going to start throwing out some amounts here in the next couple of days, but everything that we are seeing thus far indicating that this will be a significant winter storm with significant snow and significant ice coming with it. And unfortunately, behind it, there's super cold air. So we're going to get the snow and the ice across the region over the weekend, and then we're going to follow that up with bitter cold air, which means the melting process is going to be slow. So depending on how this all plays out, there may be problems that extend a few days beyond when the precip ends in terms of travel. Right now, though, we're quiet. 31 triple Doppler, there's nothing out there. We do have some rain that will come in tomorrow. Cloud cover arrives first through the morning hours. And then as we hit lunchtime and beyond tomorrow, we are expecting a swath of some rain to come on through. Nothing that looks real high impact out of this, but could slow down the evening commute. Still kind of showery, 10 o'clock in the evening on your Wednesday, and then we'll tend to dry slightly for Thursday, Friday, as we await that big system coming in for the weekend. These are your lows tonight, falling back into the upper 20s for most, not as frigid as last night when we saw teens late last night and first thing this morning. And as we take you through the day tomorrow, temperatures will try to warm a little bit. We've got a south wind back in here. Again, some sun early, then the cloud cover fills in. You see the rain chances picking up between 2 and 4 in the afternoon for a lot of us. Temperatures before that starts to set in will likely make it into the 50s. We'll go 52 in the Shoals, right around 50 in Athens and Huntsville, 55 for Guntersville, and maybe some mid-50s over there towards Fort Payne as well. Here's your Wave 31 Storm Tracker 10-day forecast. Thursday, Friday, relatively quiet. Temperatures will start to trend downward as we close out the week, and then they will really drop over the weekend. Highs hover around freezing. Morning lows will be in the 20s. And again, a wintry mess on the way. Again, ice. I think we have a good shot at that. There could be some snow mixed in some areas before it's all said and done as well. And we will follow that up with a very cold week next week. Most of the days, in fact, maybe all of them, in the 30s, some of them below freezing. And the overnight temperatures, these will be dependent on snow and ice accumulation this weekend. But at very least, we're going to be well down into the teens, and maybe could go colder than that some of those mornings. So stay tuned. Still a lot we are kind of sifting through, and as we get closer to the weekend, we'll be able to fine-tune the forecast, get a little bit more detailed.
All right. I always like we have to have one big ice storm every couple of years.
Well, it would be nice if we didn't.
I agree.
But yeah, so this one looks like it's not only going to be significant here, but this is going to be a wide-reaching winter storm, which is what really makes it unusual.
All right. All right. Well,